Hey everybody, we are back. Welcome to the Red Eye Hour. I'm your host, Jay Meeks. I got my co-host, Ray the Grizz Stavro Canning, the man,
Great.
the myth, the legend. We are back 1 year later. Um, our last episode was episode 48. We did it on April 7th of 2023, and it was titled The Big Announcement, and we announced opening up Top Shelf CBD.
Mhm.
And then we kind of went radio silent because well, we opened the store and we were busy with that. And the next subject I'm not going to get into. It'll be for a later date. But 8 days after we opened the store, my dad passed away. Totally unexpected. Definitely not in the plans. So that was a shocker and life changing on itself. But like I said, I'll get on to that in a later date or another podcast. But um, want to talk about Top Shelf and our first year, man. It's went well. We've done a good job. A lot of learning curves and stuff, but I'm super proud of us, and we've all done hard work, and I'm just proud of us. We did a good job.
Yeah, it's definitely an eye opener. People
Yeah.
think it's easy, and it's not
No.
at all. It's
Yeah, you
worth
got
it,
that right.
but it's not easy.
No, but
So,
we set goals every month on through our like point of sale system and all that, and knock on wood, we met or surpassed our goals every month. Um, that's really awesome. So, I mean, I can't really ask more for that, man. We keep hitting our goals, and we're trajectory is going in the right direction. So,
yeah, it'll be after the first year where we start setting goals and expectations compared to years prior is when we start seeing you know, like last October we had these numbers. Well, we want to do better than those numbers. You know what I mean?
right.
So yeah, but don't set goals that are just ridiculously unfathomably hard to get, which we
Yeah.
haven't,
No.
but they're
Yeah.
good goals to have.
We're chipping away, as we call it.
Yeah, the old chipperoo.
Yeah, I mean, it's like to some people's perspective, it seems like, oh, overnight, and you guys are, done really well, but it
No,
hasn't been overnight.
no,
Uh, and there was, sometimes we were like,
they not
hope,
a
hope
single
next month's
freaking
better.
person walks in.
Yeah, and there was all those firsts that we had to go through. Like we had to sit through those days where nobody came in the door, like
Yeah,
nobody. Hey, what's up, Josh, in the chat? Thanks for tuning in, man. We appreciate it.
yeah.
We're just
um,
talking about our first year with Top Shelf and our goals, and we were talking about our first. Like, we had to go through all those first, like the days we sat there where literally no one came in all day long. In the
yeah,
very very beginning, and it was real bare in the beginning, like before we even had our posters and all that. I was looking back at some of the old pictures and how that's changed and kind of took on its own vibe.
we didn't even have the green light up sign
No,
when we
we
first
didn't.
opened up. We didn't have that.
No.
you know,
Yeah, we've
but
came a long ways. The
yeah,
Red Bull cooler was a great idea.
and just learning the customer base and what they like, and what they're looking for and what they're not looking for.
Right.
Which you have to you figure it out, but it takes
Yeah.
time.
Still planning on doing the gold cards y'all were talking about. Yes. I've been working with Vistaprint on working on that design because I wanted a specific design on it, and they didn't have any templates for it, so they're supposed to be working with me on the back of it because I want to look like somewhat like $100 bill, but it's going to be gold, of course, and not look like $100 bill. But they're supposed to be working on that, so hopefully that gets done soon, and I've already paid for them, so once they're done, they'll ship them out. It doesn't take very long to get them. But
We can
yes,
just take them.
we are planning on doing the gold member
Yeah,
annual membership.
yeah, and got to get them laminated so people don't, get them all
Yeah,
dirty. Oh,
I gotta
well, it
ask.
depends on how they come in, how they look. You know what I mean? If they
Yeah,
look really snazzy and everything like that, sweet.
right.
But if not, we'll see when they come in. I mean, Vistaprint's been pretty good to us, so you know,
Josh said I'll
yeah,
definitely be getting one for sure.
yeah, we know.
Jay, we're stoked. Hell yeah. No, and I'm really, one thing I like, we really try to like research like a lot of the brands we get, and try to see like what are the reviews, do they have any, like for instance, the kratom. Like I look up like Amazing Botanicals to see like, because some people that make kratom, some of their factories get like dinged for like salmonella or when they have audits, and I read up on some of the other companies that make it and they got dinged for that, but like Amazing Botanicals hasn't, or Cat's Kratom.
Or Mint
Uh,
45.
yeah, that's a good, yeah, they haven't either. So, but
Yeah.
we try to do our due diligence as best we can on the products. We're not trying to just bring in like junk. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I can tell you this, at least shit, 3, 4 times a week, we get a phone call from a distributor, and we always tell them the same thing: send me samples, and we'll try it out. And that's when we hand them off to the customer, and we ask them what their thoughts on it are, and if they don't like it, I'm not going to bring it in. It's their job to get me to say yes. It's my job to say no.
Right.
Wavy was one of those that was like, I was like, send samples, and they did, and those things crushed. You know,
Right.
never, you know, never a doubt. Like from the 100 milligram to the 250s, those things just slap. And I would have
They
never
do.
thought to look up the company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they reached out, and we have companies that reach out all the time that we've heard of, and then we have
Hmm.
companies that we don't. And like for the most part, the guys that send stuff know that they have good stuff, except for those. What was that, Josh? The stoned mushrooms. Ugh. Those things smell like old feet, man. God. I
They
mean, they
even
did the
look.
trick. They did the
They even
trick from
look.
what everybody said,
Yeah, they
but
even look
just
kind of gross in the
but the
bag too.
taste is so abrasive and the smell, and you're like, dude, I can I can get, you know, 12 other edibles here that are just as strong that actually taste better. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
Our wellness side. Let's talk about our wellness side real quick. Um, I like how when we were drawing up the things back in 22, um, on actual piece of paper, like, oh, how are we going to set up the store and how are we going to do it? But the wellness side, I'm glad we have two sides and have it separated. And definitely, I'd probably say with more of the older age group, like that's a big hit with them. You know what I'm saying? The salves, the bombs, the
Well, and
CBG.
it kills off any confusion in the store. Is when people come over to that side, they're like, "Oh, this is what I'm looking for." Okay, cool. We don't need to look at the 100 other products on the other side. We're focused right here. You know,
Right.
yeah. We've had a lot of people that you wouldn't think come in that are older that are like, "I just want to try it out," and then they try it out, and they're like, "Holy shit, this works."
Right.
Johnson, it tastes like old man Smith's dirty socks. I mean, true, dude. They were not. They were. I mean, yeah, they slapped, but dude, that taste was dog water.
Woo. Yeah.
God, it was bad, and the smell is everything. So yeah, that was a no thank you to that company. You know, and I mean, we've
Right.
had the other CBD companies. They got a hold of us 2 weeks ago, and I was like, hey, send samples.
Yeah.
We'll check it out, and they don't send it. They
No.
think it's a joke, and I'm like, okay, you need me more than I need you. There's 1,000 other companies out there that want to sell something.
That's right.
So
And then the dopest, we carried their HHC products.
mhm.
Um,
Which
but
is what they're
now,
known for. That's what they're known for. But now,
right, because that's another Cali company as well.
yeah, But they got, I think I don't know if it's a streamer or a YouTuber or just somebody that's in that influencer realm is like one of the main like owners or operators of that company. Somebody brought him up before, like his pictures on the back of it, and I was like, I never get to looking around at it, but yeah,
Yeah.
that flower looks slappy good too.
Yeah. Like the snow caps are the from Elixir.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
and the overall percentage of being like 43.18, I was like, okay. And they're like, hey, if you order, oh, cops outside,
The what?
cops.
Oh, sirens.
Yeah, lots of them. Oh no, that's fire department. But
Mm,
no, it's it's definitely been a learning curve because certain companies are better at communication
mm-hmm.
and and throwing out samples and stuff like that. I mean, that's why we like, Autumn at Habit, like Jeremy over at Hometown,
Yep.
uh, uh, what's his name, Tristan over at Geeked, and
Yep.
then we're talking to Mike at Half Baked. So it's just get people to know, and
Yeah, those soft program those people are liking.
yeah. And next week we should have our 4-gram Geek dispos that
Nice.
are THCA, 11 hydroxy, and THCP.
Yeah,
So I was like, yes, yes, we will buy those
you're right.
because I mean, it's good for customers because they can just spend the 50 for 4 grams, so they're not coming into the store as much. Now we want you to come into the store a lot, but making it to where you don't have to is kind of a convenience where you're not spending you know 50
Right,
bucks for 2 grams. You're spending 50 bucks for 4.
right. Um, touch a little bit on our advertising. So, our what we did this past year, we did a kind of a layered approach. So we did everything from like flyers. One that we've been consistent in is the Manhattan Lifestyle magazine. Uh, we've been in that every month for 6 months at least, maybe more.
Big up to T
And
Jacks.
yeah, thanks to T Jax. Give us flowers to him. Shout out. But yeah, so we've been in every episode, every edition for like the last 6 months. And what we do with them is we kind of do this rotation. So we'll do like a general branding, and then the next time it'll be like a product highlight. And then we've done like a staff review. So the one was me, and the last one was Ray. Um,
Ugh.
and then it goes general branding, and it kind of starts over again. So that's what we do with them every month. But it's a good magazine. It's like in every home on the west side. It's in banks, doctors' offices, places like that. We did a radio thing for like a month during the summer, last summer.
Yeah.
Um, and then in the fall, we did with the Collegian, and we had radio, print. We did an interview, and then we had an event down in Aggieville. Um, didn't go that well, to be honest with you. They messed up a lot, like on the interview, and it had to be corrected before like it went to the internet. It was going to be there forever. So that was kind of sucked, and it just wasn't the best experience. And I know it's college kids, and I understand they're learning and everything, and but shit, man, you got to fucking proofread sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so we did advertising with them, and then our website, we have been updating that throughout the year, and we got that drone video that we had done that's on the website, and I always get a lot of feedback from that. It is pretty cool. So shout out to Dawson from K State who did that video footage. That was really awesome. So
Yeah.
if you haven't been to our website, um, go check that out. TopShelfMHK.com and stay up on local stuff. the legalities is all on there for the farm bill, and
And we will be
story.
putting up a list for people to know who voted against and who voted for certain rule changes.
Yes,
Yeah, that will be on there. Just, I mean, because people always like, well, how do we get these things to change? It's like, well, you got to vote in the people that align with those ideals.
that's right.
And first, you have to know who doesn't. And that's the easy part because we can just go to ks.ledge, I think it is, or something like that. I don't know. And it actually
Right.
shows you, but nobody likes doing that part of the legwork. So, we'll just make it easy and, do it for you.
Right.
Or we'll just have old AA Ron do it because he loves doing stuff like that.
Right.
He's like typing away, you know what I mean? Just like, I
Mhm.
bet he writes the most emphatic emails. Not to whom it
Yeah.
may concern. It's like, oh no, listen, motherfucker. You know. So
Oh man. But yeah, man. So big shout out to the community and all of our customers. We should appreciate the support, and we really do. And we'll just keep being here for you guys and keep giving you good products and legal products because it has to be legal until they change the laws. So,
yep,
but there's lots of good options out there, man. And this is the only way to get it, unfortunately. But at least at least we can through this way. So,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Well, let's see. Do we want to start in on the current events?
Yeah, we're going to start with the old boat.
Sure. I got a quick video I'll pull up with that. Oh, wait. Yep. Let me go here.
Tonight, we are learning more about the efforts to clear the bridge before the collapse.
After the Mayday call went out from the ship, the MTA
Oh,
dispatched crews to try and get all drivers and workers off of that bridge.
Despite their efforts, there was not enough time. Tonight, you can hear those efforts for yourself.
yeah. Check this out.
I need one of you guys on the south side, one of you guys on the north side, hold all traffic on the Key Bridge. There's a ship approaching. It just lost their steering. So until they get that under control, we got to stop all traffic. I'm en route to the south side. I'm holding traffic now. I was dragging, but we stopped prior to the bridge, so I'll have all out-of-loop traffic stopped. 10-4. Is there a crew working on the bridge right now? K9 line will when we stop traffic on this site right now. Yeah, if we can stop traffic, just make sure no one's on the bridge right now. I'm not sure where. There's a crew up there. You might want to notify whoever the foreman is, see if we can get them off the bridge temporarily. 10-4. Once the other unit gets you all right up on the bridge, I have all interloop traffic stopped at this time. Once you get here, I'll go grab the
This
workers
is
on the
actual
Key Bridge
radio
and then
that
stop
is
the
going
interloop.
on real time.
C-13
But
dispatch, the whole bridge just fell down. Start, whoever, everybody. The whole bridge just collapsed.
Simple dispatch is direct. Do we know if all traffic was stopped? I can't get to the other side, so the bridge is down. We're going to have to get somebody on the other side, the Anne Arundel County MSP, to get up here and stop traffic coming northbound on the T Bridge.
C-13, I'm holding all traffic northbound.
It's absolutely chilling. Governor Westmore has
all right,
credited the swift
Okay,
response
yeah. We
by
don't care
Arizona
what
let
you're
me.
saying. We
saving
just wanted to
additional
see
lives
that.
from being lost in the
Blah
collapse.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of interesting. I mean, it's tragic as shit. They've already suspended the search for people.
Really?
3 days. Yeah, they've already suspended the search for people.
Wow.
Yeah, they got no gas in it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what that happened? What, Monday or Tuesday?
Yep.
And
It's.
already
Did you watch the video? Like it showed like as the ship was going, and all the lights went out, and then the lights came back on the ship, and then it
and then
got
they went out a
closer, and then
second time.
Yeah, and then it kind of made that major turn.
Okay, so, and I've been thinking about this. Okay, neither
Yeah,
one of us are aviators in anything naval. I don't know a rudder from a whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay.
right,
Now the engine cuts, and I saw that part of it, and they kind of the video I saw they sped it up a little bit faster. So because it takes a while, but it cuts and then it starts to veer to the right, the left on the screen, but he's veering right, and then
right.
it cuts back on, and then it cuts back off again. Well, a lot of people are like, well, why don't they just steer it? I'm like, do you understand how cargo ships work?
Yeah,
I don't. I
no,
don't. But I know that when you have massive power failure in anything that big, and then the power cuts back on, you don't just go right back to steering. You know what I
right.
mean? Like there's so many onboard computers that have to boot back up. It's probably like Windows Vista or something. You know what I mean? Like it takes that
Yes,
long for it to happen. And we
right,
don't know how the current was working. We don't know if
exactly.
the steering module was locked in a certain position. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many
Mhm.
there's different things we don't know. I know there's the conspiracy theorists are going to be like, well, the company that owns the boat is tied to China, and um, they're going to do that. And I'm like, okay, dude. When it comes to
You're right.
giant vessels, there's only a couple countries in the world that hold them: the United States, China, some countries in the Mediterranean. You know what I mean? Like not too many
Mhm.
have cargo ships that size.
Yeah, it was massive.
So, I mean, it's tragic as shit, and it's like, wow, you would never think that hitting one pillar would down an entire bridge, but that
Right.
just goes to show you how bad the infrastructure is in the United States.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The infrastructure is
I
shit.
know. I was talking about that with Tam. Like, I don't know. There's some for infrastructure. I don't know. It's some large number, like 30 trillion that we're supposed to go. Well, I don't know where that's being used at, but not
Yeah,
on our
yeah,
infrastructure.
yeah. It was just, well, well, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Like
black
they made
project.
to me, it's all just made up shit.
Right.
They're all like, we're gonna put 32 trillion towards what?
Yeah.
Like seriously, towards what? Like we depend so much on like archaic ways of travel. Like you see the bullet trains in Japan.
Oh yeah.
They go like
Mm.
250 miles an hour, but are like quiet as hell. You know what I
I
mean? We
mean,
don't have
even
those here. Our fucking railroads are old as what? From they were built in the 1800s.
yeah, we have Amtrak, which sucks.
Yeah, like
Even when the couple times I was in Europe, I mean, that would have been the 90s and then like 2001. Um, their trains are way better than ours, man, because we
yeah,
rode them. Is like that's common, you know what I'm saying, in Europe, and they're fast, man. I mean, you get to where you're going pretty quickly.
yeah. But you come to the United States and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what comes out about the bridge collapse or the investigation. I'd like to know what was on that ship too.
Um hold on. What would it be? It'd be like surgical masks. They're getting
Yeah.
ready for they're getting ready for COVID round fucking 4.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's it's tragic. It sucks. Uh, but I'm not going to act like I know how boats work, how shipping containers like that,
Right.
actually work. And I know that massive power failure on something that big, systems don't just jump back online. They
No.
don't. There's no freaking way. So,
Probably like steering a
um,
car with no power steering, like in the old days.
yeah, my
Yeah.
condolences to all the families offended or that are
Offended.
affected by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would be kind of pissed off if they're like, "Oh, we're just going to go ahead and we're not going to look anymore for survivors." I'm like, didn't y'all look for those billionaires that died in that little ass capsule for like a month?
Oh
You know what I
God,
mean?
yeah, that story.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to even bring that up. I mean, it's just I don't know, just kind of an annoyance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many cars were on the bridge. I know that it sounded like they were stopping traffic, but I have no idea. But I know from the different angles that I saw, it looked like there was quite a bit of headlights on that bridge.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know how long that bridge is. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. There's just we don't know.
Right.
So
Yeah. We agree.
yeah, for sure. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like we're not even a week away. Are we treating this like the first 48? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's like, oh well, yeah, we're not gonna find them.
Yeah. That's,
Like, dude, seriously?
right.
So yeah, but
All right.
overall,
Well, we're going to go on to the next news topic, which we're going to do Nickelodeon next, right?
we're doing Nickelodeon.
Are we doing that or Diddy first?
Why don't we just do them both at the same time? Because it looks like they're tied together.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, man. So this week, I'll just start it off. So there's the Quiet on the Set documentary that came out, which is about Nickelodeon and that Dan Schneider guy who was the
Weirdo.
producer and all the abuse and stuff that went on, like with Amanda Bynes and all those Ariana Grande, all those people from that generation that were on Nickelodeon. Yeah, pretty weird stuff. And then
Yeah.
also this week, the federal agents and Homeland Security raided P. Diddy's houses in a coordinated raid. And that was for like SA and human
Sex
trafficking, sex
human
trafficking,
trafficking, yeah.
guns,
Oh,
drugs.
the drugs. They caught his mule with a bunch of pot, or not.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. No, it was weed edibles and cocaine.
Huh.
His name was Brandon Paul or something like that.
Right.
So yeah, they busted him.
He was a Syracuse basketball player when he was in college.
Of course he was.
So I had a couple of videos. I guess I'll play them real quick. I'll play the Nickelodeon one first.
Of inappropriate and abusive behavior surfaced in a new docuseries. Dan Schneider says, or rather was the man behind popular children's shows such as The Amanda Show, Victorious, and Drake and Josh. In a new docuseries titled Quiet on the Set, former child stars and production members accused Schneider of fostering a toxic workplace. Schneider said in an interview it was very difficult to watch the series, which aired this week, and he apologized for his behavior.
He's a weirdo.
He's faced criticism in the
likes
past,
feet,
though, for
supposedly.
including sexually suggestive jokes in his shows meant for children.
All right. So all right. So yeah, the Nickelodeon thing, super weird. And I'll go ahead and play the P. Diddy one while we're doing the videos. Just hold on 1 second. Here we go.
Have raided 2 homes connected to rapper Sean Diddy Combs. The music mogul has been accused of sexual assault and trafficking in multiple civil lawsuits, but has denied accusations. ABC's Lina Moyes reports.
Federal agents worked into the night after raiding the Los Angeles and Miami Beach homes of rapper and music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. While the target of the 2 raids is unclear, sources say they're connected to a human trafficking investigation out of New York. Agents were seen carrying boxes out of Combs' Florida estate.
So I think what's happening here is we're looking for the laptops, we're looking for all that information, but we're also looking to try to corroborate any of the allegations that we've seen in these civil lawsuits.
Combs has faced multiple civil lawsuits in recent months, accusing him of sexual assault and sex trafficking. He's denied all accusations. In November, his former girlfriend Cassandra Ventura, or Cassie, sued him for $30 million, alleging Combs lured her into an ostentatious, fast-paced, and drug-fueled lifestyle, and that he used illegal substances and threats of violence to force Miss Ventura into repeated, unwanted sexual encounters with male sex workers. They settled the lawsuit one day later for an undisclosed amount with no admission of wrongdoing. But other lawsuits followed. Combs then went on social media to defend himself, posting, "Enough is enough," saying, "Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged." Combs' whereabouts remained unknown overnight. A flight tracking website located his plane on the island of Antigua in the Caribbean, but there's no indication whether or not he was on that plane. Lionel Moyes, ABC News,
Tail
New
number's
York.
been stripped off the plane.
And another one of
The tail number has been painted off the plane.
Huh?
They don't know where the plane is. They don't know where it is.
So I'm sorry, but I don't think Diddy's innocent, and I don't think it's just the government throwing like false charges at him. Like, dude, he's been doing this for like 30 years, man. I mean, Usher has said some things in some recent interviews about what it was
Correct,
like
Danny girl.
when he was when he went to his house and he had legal
Correct.
guardian of Usher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's just too many weird things, man, like that people reported. And so I got some notes. So because you can actually pull up the lawsuit if you Google it, the case number and everything, because that's free information to the people.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fucking gnarly, man. But yeah, SA, sexual assault, human trafficking, sex trafficking. I guess he had cameras like in every room, and that's the big thing why like these athletes and celebrities and politicians and dignitaries are shitting their pants is because he has all this video evidence from all these parties of them doing things they're not supposed to be doing.
Okay,
And so they're
let's pause right there. So pause.
Yep.
So they're not supposed to be doing. Okay. Now, as far as we know, guys banging each other isn't against the law.
No, it's not against the law.
It's not. That's not against the law. What I think what they're going at is that they were drugged into the situation. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are like, they're just going after gay people. I'm like, no, they're going after the fact that they were drugged. Like there was one party that was mentioned where every single drink was spiked. And I think that was the night that he got at Meek Mill, which I heard the audio and it's disturbing as shit.
Now I heard that audio's actually like that's actually like from a gay porno supposedly.
I don't know. I'm not gonna research it or anything,
disturbing.
but it's just all it's all weird that this so we're dealing with the Dan Snyder thing. Everybody's noticing that he was into feet, and lo and behold, Nickelodeon's thing is a foot, and then the whole splatter is Epstein's Island.
Yep.
Right. And now, so we've got him getting in trouble. You've got Diddy getting in trouble. So are we seeing? So we were supposed to get Epstein's list by what? January 22nd, right? Because they only released like 4 or 5 names. And they're like, oh, wait, no, we got to hold off. We'll release it on the 22nd. 22nd came and went. January, February. We're past March 22nd. But now
they got it for sure.
You're slowly getting more and more people that are tied into crimes like these getting in trouble. You know what I mean? So is this part of the Epstein investigation? Is my wife? She said that what they're trying to do is basically condition us through these smaller arrests in leading up into the bigger ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Totally. I think it's all connected, man. Like I think they have those lists. The government has it. And of course, I think it's kind of both sides of the fence. I think they have it because they don't want names to get out because there's so many powerful people on those lists. But I also think that I think it's all connected. So I think there's probably other people that were on that list and they looked into and then have found out like, oh, like this person's involved in the same kind of stuff, you know? And it's like the dominoes start to fall. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is you realize how like the media kind of they condition you into like, oh, this person got in trouble for SA and this person got in trouble for it, and then it builds up, and then boom, they hit you with the big ones. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, this person got in trouble. Oh, this person got in trouble. Oh, this person got... And next thing you know, it's Prince Harry or, you know what I mean, whoever. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't want the allegations to be true. You don't want these things to happen. You don't want to see the downfall of people.
Right.
But I mean, there's so much evidence, and like film and music artists, they all would talk about like, yeah, if you go to a Diddy party, I leave early. You know what I mean? You know, before all the weird stuff. And these are interviews that happened years ago. You know what I mean? So there's always something weird going on with Diddy parties. You know?
Oh yeah.
So, but I don't know if he's. And you heard the audio of Suge Knight trying to tell Diddy from prison, like, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I read it. I didn't hear the audio.
Yeah, there's an audio clip of it, and he's basically telling him, like, dude, you're screwed.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you just need to turn yourself in and get safe, because the moment you start playing, billionaires only hang out with billionaires. Okay,
for sure.
We're not billionaires. I don't know any billionaires. I'm never going to know any billionaires. I hang out with people that we're thousandaires. You know what I mean? Like, hey, all right. But billionaires they are tycoons. They're music industry. They're entertainment. They're all these things, and they have money. They have power. So, like, we all know Epstein didn't kill himself, but hey, you know what I mean? Like, shit, those are the powers that be. You know what I mean? Like, you're on the fuck around and find out list. You know, and I think P. Diddy is on that list now.
Oh yeah.
And I told you, 67% chance that he commits suicide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it comes out like, P. Diddy was found shot, he committed suicide, apparent suicide. Everybody's gonna be like, bruh, dude, you can't do stupid shit because when the suits come calling,
that's right.
They don't care. You know what I mean?
No.
You don't play with billionaires and their money.
No.
So, but man, dude, the whole Diddy thing is it's wild to me. You know, because like they got Bill Cosby, he was black. They got R. Kelly, he was black. They get Diddy, he was black. I'm like, man, where's Epstein's list at?
Right, but we're gonna see it's the whole can of worms opening up, man.
Yeah, they got Dan Snyder though, and they got
I was Cat Williams. I'd be maybe watching my back too because he obviously knows some things.
Of course.
And he called it out, man. And that's great because I've always loved Cat Williams, man. And he's always been on it. He said when he came in, he was going to expose.
It's going to be really, really interesting the next couple months. You know what I mean? With a lot of people, a lot of you people out there in the world, like, seem like, oh, I love their music. Bro, once it comes back like that, I turn it off. I'm not going to support that.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form. No.
Yeah.
No. It's not like I played Diddy's music anyway, but it was just like, no.
Yeah, I never bought Diddy's music, but
trash. I mean, it was a dumpster fire. But this is just, oh, gee. I mean, there's so much you can go into. I mean, didn't they arrest his sons though?
No, they just detained him. They just had him in the beginning so they could do what they needed to do, but they didn't arrest him.
So they're going going through all that video and all those files on all those computers and all that stuff, and then they're like, we have to get this right, and then they'll get an arrest warrant. Because that's what first comes the warrant to, you know what I mean, to execute, you know, on the house or houses, which is weird because he's based out of New York, but they went to his houses in LA and Miami. And I'm like, doesn't he have an office in New York? Wouldn't
I heard a story that they did.
Look at that? Really? Really? Eminem, huh? Haven't really bought any of his music either.
Is that what you're talking about? Was Eminem?
I think. I mean, that's two M's. That's the only person or Meek Mill. Or is that Meek Mill? Is that who you're talking about there?
Oh, who that is. So I make sure.
Because that could be Eminem or that could be
Marilyn
Meek Mill.
Manson.
Marilyn Manson. Oh. Yeah, when his stuff came out, you're like, dang, I was rooting for the guy. And then that stuff came out. I remember that. Yep.
And you got to also think, Joe Budden made a good point today. The people that are being quiet is eerie because there's a long list of people that are like aren't saying anything and probably shitting their pants. You know what I'm saying?
That are friends of his.
Yeah, that are connected. You know,
You mean Jay-Z?
They say he might be next.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. I don't know. It's like when people get rich, like not rich. When people get wealthy, they get bored, and they just want to like just be freaking just pieces of shit.
Oh, they're just sick people, man. You know.
I know, but
power is a big thing after they get the money and then they have power. Because when you're worth $850 million and you can go anywhere and buy anything and have access to things, like you have power and like you can have power over people and it gets to their head, you know?
It's just weird to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, dude, you don't know, you don't have the money. I mean, I understand that. Everything changes when the money's in your account. But 850 million to me just excessive. Like, what am I going to do with that? You'll be like, oh, I'm going to build an empire. I'm like, yeah, and your kids aren't going to know shit, and they're going to ruin it in a generation. Like, look at you right now. You built an empire for your children, Bad Boy, and all that crap, and now this comes out. If you go down, all your shit goes away. You know what I mean? And then your family isn't worth shit, and they're back to square one with zero life skills.
Yeah.
Zugats on the life skills. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I don't want it to be true. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, it's most likely about 98%. Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
not acting like
so
he's
many people. So many people have come forward like, man, them Diddy parties. And I mean, it's old interviews too. The one with the funniest one to me is the one with 50 Cent, where he was with Charlemagne on the Breakfast Show, and he's talking about how Diddy's like calling him dad. He's like, I want to take you shots. Like, what the fuck did you say to me? You want to take me shot? You know what I mean? Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Like, Jared,
but
if I ever had $850 million and you wanted to go shopping, I would just let you go shopping. I'm not going I'm not taking you shopping. You know, what the hell is that? I don't do that. Stupid.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we're at the 43-minute mark. We said we're going to keep it between 30 and 45.
Yeah,
Yeah, so people don't get bored. I appreciate. Yeah, we could definitely talk longer, but I did. What were you gonna say?
No, you're good. You're good. I was just watching the Houston game with Duke. Bullshit.
Okay, no, but want to appreciate the new subscribers. I noticed we got a few new subscribers of people I was telling about, and thanks for the people that joined tonight and interacted. We appreciate it, and we'll probably be doing these on a weekly basis again. So Thanks for joining the Red Eye Hour. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next time, everybody.
Yep.
Later.
Later.